How's it going, people? It is Liam Catherson here, and we're reacting to another episode of What If as we get into episode number 7. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I mean, the sun is out, but it's being a bit shy. I think it's preparing for the winter, so yeah. But no, we're on episode number 7, which I believe is going to be the Party 4 episode, as the community have dubbed him. So should be a pretty intriguing episode, which I'm sure will have its fair share of trauma, because these last few episodes have shown a great deal of trauma. So yeah, but no, I'm excited to see what this episode does have in store. And I believe we're 2 weeks away until we do conclude this first season of What If. So in 2 weeks' time, it's a double Debbie Downer for me, because it'll be the last day before I turn 27, and we've got the last episode of season 1 of What If. So yay. But I have really loved this series so far. I know there's been a few people who've expressed their not so fondness of What If, but I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm a fan of alternative universe stories, and this is one of my favorite movie franchises. But I think overall, putting those biases aside, it's been a pretty interesting journey. And yeah, I am excited to see how we do conclude things with 3 episodes left to go. So yeah, why don't we get into episode number 7 of What If? Looking forward to checking this episode out. So that said, let's go.
About to come to an end. Prepare yourselves.
Oh
The
goodness. I love how these people are just gonna be like, sure!
Battle is won or lost. It's oh, ye of little faith. We are going to the most backwater planet that not even Heimdall pays attention to.
Oh my god.
Party on Midgard.
This is gonna be nuts.
Welcome,
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, do me. Yes, you do me, and you too.
Oh no, it's a party of 4s. 4-eye?
Huh? Oh, there you are, all the way down there, so tiny. I almost stood on you. How are you?
I'm Dr. Jane Foster of Earth.
Thor, Crown Prince of Asgard.
I'm sorry, but he is reminding me of Charming from Shrek.
Do all geniuses have such deep, dark eyes? It's like watching the birth of 2 stars on the edge of the galaxy.
Oh.
That was awfully sweet.
That's happy hour. Want some half-price nachos?
Okay, fine, Duck. But this is not a date.
Let's just see where this involves.
Oh god, it is gonna be a date. Oh no. Release the phone. Release the phone.
Mama needs a brand new eye.
I'll pronounce you Darcy and a duck.
No, they didn't do a Ross and Rachel. Oh my.
Threat? Would you call him a threat? Really?
Do you want to know why?
I mean, the only threat he poses is to the liver.
Hey, Spicoli. This might be your party, but this isn't your planet. Before someone gets hurt, I need all cannons.
Oh my god, Con Cannon!
Oh, is he okay?
He's still unconscious.
Popsicle stick talking to me.
Loki in Frost Giant form. Holy shit!
Bring it on in.
I can't believe you came, Loki. You are the absolute best.
You're my brother from another mother, man. I mean that. I mean it.
Ah, brothers forever.
Not wrong.
Forever. I've got it.
Wait, did they label that France?
Tell you.
Like,
It'll ruin the magic.
oh, you got head on his chin.
Hey, White Snake. We need to chat.
The name is Thor, with a T and an R and an O and a... There's a Midgardian word for women like you.
Oh shit.
Party pooper. There, I said it.
Okay, this one's for Fury.
Oh!
Now for the rest of you.
Damn, what? Oh my god! We're gonna see these two stand off?
Do a little boop.
Thor is a chaotic drunk.
Oh no, your weird rocks have all fallen over.
I love how the countries are labelled. What the heck is that? I love the idea we get to see these two spar. Holy shit! Love the animation and the fact that we got two of the strongest Avengers just duking it out.
To 10 nuclear bombs that your cat could devour whole armies.
You've
I
got a
think
cat? What's its name?
Goose.
Ooh, Top Gun!
I think she was
You're
holding
Maverick.
back a
Is your
bit,
ego
to be
writing checks
fair.
that your skills can't cash?
No. Yes. Who are you?
Darcy, big fan. By the way,
Oh
Dr.
no, of course not. Even the baby goat Gary got home safely. Eventually.
Dr. Foster?
I gotta go. Love you. I mean, bye.
She said love you. You've only known him for 5 minutes.
Look, all I'm saying is no one would notice if you blew up a Dakota. Honestly, I can't tell them apart.
South Dakota is on the bottom.
Darcy, what the heck?
The Mojave Desert could withstand the hit. Lure him to Siberia and then go.
These dumplings.
Hey, Earth girl. You haven't got a friend, have you? You know, we could double date.
Oh, Loki.
Will you just put him on the
Loki's
phone?
feeling
Isn't
alone.
it, Twist? He's right. Oh!
Ow.
Oh. Right.
Hello?
You know, I've got a crown too. And we both like fire, right? Come on, let's see who turn up the heat on this thing.
Surta just flirted with the Statue of Liberty.
Watch me slide down that pointy thing.
That pointed. I love it because he's Australian. Oh! Let's go, Carol.
This one goes.
What about Captain Marvel?
She'll be fine. What?
What a... Wow. She have really... Oh.
Asgard, only son of Odin. What are you doing?
Mother!
Mother.
Mother?
What are
Mother?
you doing here? You must be using a lot of dark
Oh, it
magic
is
just
like...
to check
It
in on
is
me.
Charming from Shrek. Mother?
She's worried about you.
Jane,
We never get to fire the nukes.
I almost feel bad for you, Blondie.
please, you must help me. My
Your inner
mother is
Hydra
coming.
is showing.
My suggestion: start in the corners, clean your way outward.
Corners, but it's a sphere.
Oh, excuse me, ladies. I'm sorry, but I must leave early. Again.
Again.
My drop.
Come on, Ice Bros. Let's go.
Wait, you can't leave. Look at this place. We have a duty to this planet. You need to clean it up.
Duty. Clean. Ugh, you sound like Odin. What?
Oh.
Iceman, let's bounce.
All right, listen.
Loki giving him the
Party's
middle
over.
finger.
You don't have to go home, but
Even
you
as an
can't
only
stay.
child.
Wait, where are you going? Come back. No.
You will listen to me. My mother is coming.
And she is not happy. Like, at all.
I love this. It is like they're cleaning up the house. Except the house is a planet.
Next week to discuss it.
So tiny, yet contains so much.
Love Carol saving his
must be
skin there.
Frigga. I'm Captain Marvel. I know who you are. Thank you for helping educate my son. Let's go, darling.
Wait,
She definitely did that.
almost forgot. Mother,
Someone
I can
graffitied it.
explain.
Together, they lived happily ever after.
Oh, even the watch is getting sentiment. Oh?
Oh dear. Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Oh, shit! Ultron! Ultron! Well, that ended on a bit of a grim note. I don't think the Watchers saw that coming, to be fair. It was like everyone lived happily ever after. Oh, shit. Oh my god, what was that episode? I loved how much of a change of pace that was, because usually with What If, it can be quite traumatic. This was on the other end of the spectrum. This was nuts. Someone was off their ass writing this, and it was so crazy. I loved it. It really was so crazy. And not just that though, but we also got to see the fight that we really want to see. Captain Marvel against Thor, two of the strongest Avengers out there. And I feel like Carol would be holding back because she, I feel like, is maybe a bit stronger than Thor. So yeah. But it was just so good to see them two duke it out, because it was a very, very nuts storyline where Thor was, partying. Of course, he brought no harm, but he was causing carnage across Earth, and their structures were being dismantled. So obviously the humans not going to be appreciative of that, and it's going to be room for concern. Though S.H.I.E.L.D. with the nuke strategy, of course that would appeal so great for Hydra, but oh well. But I loved it because, yeah, Thor brought no harm. But also this was a developmental point for Thor as well. After for the majority of the episode, he had his whole party escapade, and it was so great. I just loved it though. Like, it was a really great reasoning to have Carol and brought in, because Thor was causing damage, I guess, with his party shenanigans. Yeah, I don't feel like the Avengers could have done anything, or Tony, anyone else. Captain America was still in ice, I guess, at the time. So yeah. So Carol, with all these aliens coming to Earth and just raving it up, would be the best bet to shut this party down. So, yeah. I just feel like with the hate that Carol gets, I don't know. There's that part of me that worries that this isn't going to help matters, but like, Earth was getting totaled, so Carol had to be brought in to keep a level on things. So yeah. At least she helped Thor out in the end, so... Oh, I just really loved that. Obviously, it's not the most plot-heavy episodes, but it was so entertaining. That was just insane. There was just so much I loved from that episode, and it really did get me a lot of laughs. Even small things like Thor fixing the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like... That was so genius, because you'd think, oh, did I do that? And then you just fix it into place, when obviously, it's called the Leaning Tower for a reason. So I really loved that reference, as well as the fact that you had countries being labeled as well, like as if it was from, I don't know, something like Looney Tunes. Like, even the credits felt Looney Tunes-esque as well. And just the atmosphere as well. It was just so insane. And it's really great, because you have something that's a bit different from what you get with What If, which is your, I don't know, usual trauma and whatnot. Although the last few seconds of this episode was looking grim with Infinite Ultron. He's got all the stones, which is what I'm assuming is going to lead to the last two episodes. So yeah, but that should be very, very fun. So and you just have that feeling that the Watcher is definitely going to have that interference. I mean, it was inevitable when he said, I must not and I cannot interfere. Just like a certain race in Doctor Who, right? So yeah, I feel like he's gonna have to get everyone. I feel like what we're gonna get is everyone who has appeared in What If in terms of the focus. You got Captain Carter, you got T'Challa. Everyone who's had the story centralized around them is going to play a part in stopping Infinite Ultron. So yeah, and it's going to be so good to see Ultron again. So yeah, and not just that though, but with him collecting all the stones, I do feel like what's going to happen is next week we're going to focus on how Ultron got all the stones. And then in 2 weeks' time, we're going to get the fight. We're going to get everyone that the Watcher has, everyone who we've been focused on in these past several weeks, and they're going to fight Infinite Ultron. So that's the vibe that's the vibe I'm feeling in terms of what's going to happen in terms of this fight. So, man, that was a really insane episode. Like I said, though, it was really great to have Captain Marvel involved in this, because I love the fact that with Thor being an only child in the series of events, he is the threat that to Earth, I guess. He was the one who brought the invasion to Earth. And I wouldn't have been surprised if this took place in 2012, because in, of course, the original series of events, we had Loki come about with the Jitari, obviously under the force of Thanos. I'm just thinking back to episode 2, actually. You know when T'Challa convinced Thanos about genocide being wrong? I would love to see a similar scenario where Thor accuses Thanos of being a party pooper and brings him out of his genocidal plan. And yeah, just because I could see that happening. Especially with Nebula, like, and obviously she's undergone the trauma that Thanos put her through, but especially with Nebula, who was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my dad when Thor was, getting worried with Frigga, like, on her way to Earth. So yeah, but no, it was just really, really great. Like, and I said, I love the I guess, situation that Thor is the one that brought the invasion to Earth, but it was a more benevolent invasion. Of course, I wouldn't say that for the structures around Earth and, the people trying to sleep at night whilst Thor and the Skrulls and everyone who is not human is just partying on and raving until like 5 a.m. But still, it's better than death and whatnot, so... Only liver poisoning, I guess. So yeah, I just really thought that this was great, though. I just really loved seeing everyone involved. Darcy as well. Darcy getting married to Howard, the duck. Not something I was expecting. So yeah, but I really loved how, like, what I really loved was there was this party atmosphere, and yes, it was a non-serious episode, but there was a learning curve for Thor in the end, and I really liked that, and we ended things on a more sincere note, I guess. Thor and Jane go on a date. Ultron arrives. All great. So, yeah, and as I said in the reaction, it seemed like the Watcher was not expecting it, because he was like, yeah, like he was telling this as if, okay, let's go, let's take my stories on a more lighter note. Not so much for the structures of Earth, but hey. And he was like, they all lived happily ever after. Well, I spoke too soon. And I don't think he was doing that sarcastically, because like I said, with 2 episodes left to go, I feel like this is the thing that's going to push the Watcher's buttons. It's inevitable that he's going to intervene. So, and Ultron arriving with all the stones. So... yeah, we can kind of put 2 and 2 together regarding how we got, Vision, with Age of Ultron, I guess. But that's why I feel like next episode we're going to see him just, scoop up the stones, and maybe he'll invade the TVA. Speaking of that, Frost Giant Loki was so great to see. We finally got to see I guess a Tom Hiddleston version of well, I think we did in I think it was a blinking you'll miss it moment in Loki, but this was a more clearer representative look of Loki in his true form. So, and I really loved it. But what I really loved is how nice the relationship was between Thor and Loki. They were like they were bantering on, and I really loved when he picked up the phone for Jane and he was like, is this Jane that he talks about? He was so amazing. So I really loved how there was a really nice atmosphere, and I feel like that's a testament regarding with Thor being the only child, the atmosphere that was surrounding Loki that drove him off on the deep end. There is not that hostile atmosphere with Loki, and thus him and Thor can become best buddies in this situation, or brother from another mother, right? So, but it is really sad when you take that into account, the atmosphere with Odin, which sent Loki, into a more worse direction, I guess, in the original version of events. Obviously, with him not being adopted, him and Thor can have a bit more of a better relationship. There's none of that tension. There's none of that hostility. So, yeah, but it was really great to see him and his ice bros. So, yeah. I gotta say, the Thor and Captain Marvel fight was just glorious. It was really great, and it had a few raging emotions, in my opinion, because it was very insane, especially with Thor being out of his mind and Carol being like, "Okay, let's clean it up. You're making a bit of a havoc on Earth." I'm just really worried about how this There's two sides I see to this. I'm really worried about how this will appeal to the Captain Marvel haters, because you had Thor calling her a party pooper and whatnot, and obviously, especially when they were cleaning up Earth and all of that, it was like a house party, and it was like having that one sober person be there, and everyone's going to be going against her. So I feel I do. Well, there was even that comment where Thor said you should smile more, which is appealing to the. Well, I wouldn't say it's appealing to the haters, but. You had the haters saying, "Oh, why does she not smile?" and all of that. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like that is a little jab to the haters. I'm not so sure, but obviously that was a reference. So yeah. But there's also a part of me that's liking the idea that we have two of the strongest Avengers fighting against each other, and I think this is the only occasion where we're going to have them to spar off. Of course, we had them two in close contact in Endgame, but we didn't see, obviously, a fight between them. This is the opportunity to see them two pit against each other. And even so, I feel like Carol was holding back, because I feel like she is stronger than Thor on a power scale. If she was to really go, then yeah. This was more so about Carol recognizing that Thor is out of his mind, he's partying, so she's got to, cool him down and put him in his place without destroying him a new one, if that makes sense. So yeah. I feel like this is like there is that worry that this is gonna appeal to the haters, but I don't feel like they did Carol dirty here. If anything, I feel like it was really great to see Carol and Thor go toe to toe, and not just that though, but they even had Carol help Thor out in the end, try to maintain his cover to Frigga. So yeah, I really loved that though, how they were treating Earth like the house, like it was a teenage house party, and the parents were coming home early. Shit, we have to clean everything up. So yeah, I really like I said, the Captain Marvel and Thor battle was really great, because visually it was really beautiful. Like, even when the clouds were flashing the yellows and blues, that was really beautiful. And just seeing the fade in, fade out effects of the close-ups, so great. But it was just, like I said, in general, it was really good, because they are two of the strongest Avengers. Of course, there's other strong Avengers out there as well, like Wanda, for example. But when you think about your strongest Avengers, you put Thor and Captain Marvel up there, and that's a fact. And we get to see these two go toe to toe without creating any hostile environment. Really, I mean, it was a bit like, oh, you're shut down as party, boo. But it wasn't like these two were natural enemies. It was just Carol was trying to basically tell Thor, okay, you've had enough. Let's shut this party down. So there was no there was no good versus evil intentions or whatever, and they could get away with having these two fight off in terms of Thor being out of his mind and Carol being like a regulator of sorts, because it's not like any of the other Avengers would give Thor as much of a challenge, really. So yeah. But it was just so good, and like I said, I feel like you could get away with it. So, but overall, I feel like the battle itself was just nuts. So yeah, but yeah, overall, this was a pretty fun episode. I really loved it. It was so entertaining, and it had me in fits all over the episode. It was just entertaining. It was just insane, and I really appreciated it. It was something different from other What If episodes, and that's really great, because I think what made What If start out strong was how different each episode was in terms of I guess the story setting, but in terms of how emotionally different this is, I think this works, because like I said, I feel like What If has the reputation of being a bit traumatic. So this was something different. Like, well, I mean, the ending's not ominous whatsoever, is it? But no, in all seriousness, I feel like this episode was something, for you guys to enjoy before we go into the doom and gloom of the last two episodes, assumingly, with because if my predictions for next week's episode is going to be correct, then I don't think Ultron is going to have a happy montage and of him collecting the stones, or anyone's going to offer Ultron the stones voluntarily. I feel like it's going to be all traumatic. We're going to go back to the traumatic area again. So that's what I feel like next week is going to be. So yeah, but no, overall this episode was so fun and I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!